Hello, shiny happy people. Welcome to Kimbaskrafts. My name is Kim, and if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you like what you hear and see. And if you do, at the end of the video, I hope you consider subscribing and becoming part of Kimba's diamond painting family and friends. And if you're returning, welcome, family and friends. Love you guys. You know I love you guys. First, I'm sorry, I'm like really behind on comments. This week has been crazy, and we'll get into that. I will be, it's a random drill. I will be catching up on those, I promise. So today we're gonna be doing a kitten chat. I've been waiting to do this video. I have the Oraloa that was voted on. A beautiful Oraloa Wild Nature. I'm really excited to do the Oraloa. I'm really excited to work with these drills because I remember during the unboxing they looked gorgeous. So cannot wait to see how they work up. Okay, I'm excited about this as well. I got a Craftmates Lockables, but I have not opened this yet. So I got it from Amazon, guys. I got it from Amazon for $20. I believe it was $20.17. They were on sale. And I think the very first time I looked these up when I first started diamond painting, and I saw that this was a popular storage kit. I want to say they were like $35 or something like that, which is why they weren't the first thing I got. The first thing I got were the small Tic Tac, a box. It was like $13. But yeah, $20. So I snagged it. I was like, also, I always thought that this only held like 20 some colors. See, oh, okay. We don't need that, right? I got scissors here. But it's actually 50 some colors when I was reading the description, and I'm like, whoa, okay, I don't remember it holding that many colors. Now, a lot of my paintings are like 60 plus colors, but I do have a decent amount that are under 50, I think. But let's go ahead. So very cute. Oh, it's felty. All right, let's get this off. Yeah, so I figured I would really like these. When I first started diamond painting, I thought I wouldn't like compartments that had multiple in one row, like a strip mall. I thought I wanted individual stores. But now that you know what my favorite, oh, okay, so this, all right, so I always thought that this pocket came all the way out to here, but it does not, which is nice. I'm glad it doesn't. So let's see, how hard are these to get out? So they're just kind of sticking because, you know, plastic sticks to plastic. This one's really stuck. Okay. So yeah, not bad at all, not bad at all. So just got to get them moving. You hear that they're stuck to the plastic? Okay. You can even have them up like this. Can you see that? And then just pull them out like a little window or shield. Nice. All right, so how do these work? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 35, times 3 is 21, which is 56. 56 compartments. When I went, because I have not looked at these again since when I first started diamond painting. 56 compartments. I really thought they were less than 40. Okay, so the way these work, okay, so they're all sealed. You have to push this button in and it releases. It actually releases as many lids as you open. Oh, and you can just, all right, so you don't have to push it to lock them. You just have to push them to open them. So, these are more secure than, you know, your medicine. Well, probably because than your medicine. This is a good idea for if you have like small kids and you keep the medicine vitamin things, to lock them like that. All right, yeah, I love it. I love it. I think I'm going to be very happy with this. We'll see though. We'll see how because you could also as one of my subscribers, Jess, said, I love this saying, pot dive into these. So, you know, just go right in here and grab one out. Love it. Okay, so this is the storage that I'm going to be using. And I know there's less than 56 colors in here because I looked it up on my Gems Flow app. So, does it say on here? Does not. So this is square diamonds. So just to recap, if you're new here, I just had a poll for 8 different canvases for people to vote on. And I got over 50 votes. I was so happy and excited about that. So again, thank you for everyone who voted. That was a lot of fun. And this was the one that won. So this was the winning canvas, my Aura Loa. I always put my toolkits back in. I put them back the way I got them. Okay. So, I'm just going to show the canvas again, guys. The gorgeous canvas. I really can't wait to see how his face comes out and his headdress. I'm so excited about this. Okay, so this is the canvas. I'm going to put that up there. Let's roll it backwards and see if we can get it to lay flat. There we go. So we'll have him up here and his wolf. Okay. And then here's the gorgeous drills. Look at these colors. That's just going to be amazing. All right. Now the stickers were a little messed up, some of them. So I did bring out a pen. I don't have a white pen. Thought about that. I really hope I can, if I can't salvage these stickers, what I thought I would do was I would draw the symbol on a small square and then cover the symbol with it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So 50 colors. So we have 6 extra. So what I'd like to do is, sorry about this scrunching part. Are these in order? I can't remember if these were in order. I believe they are. Yeah. So I'm just going to pull them out. Because I want to see which bags have. So there's 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh wait, no. See, there's 902 and 902. So 52, 55, 58, 59, 60, 333, 334, 402, 505. So no repeating. These are not repeating until these two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Are these the same? Nope. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I always kit up according to symbol. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are a little out of order. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, because 7 times 7 is 49, and then 50. Okay, so let's see here. What are the symbols? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a plus sign. Plus, we have a lowercase a, we have an uppercase a. So I'm gonna do, I'll do numbers first, and then letters, and then symbols. So, one, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so that's all the numbers, and I'm going to count that as the letter O. So 8 numbers to start. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they'll be the first 8 containers. All right, so I'm gonna take those. Let's see, where do we put them? Do we put them here? No, here. Do they fit? Let me test it out with a blank one. I'm going to test it out with a blank label to see where's the best place to put these. So they fit across there. I actually think I'm going to put them there because they're too long for on top of the box. Yes, so we're gonna put them down here. One. All right, guys. So while I'm putting these on, I can talk. You know what? I don't know why I do things in the dark. God said, let there be light. I always sit here in the dark. So, I'm on vacation, and I really wanted, so there's a couple dots here. Oh, there's Braille on here. Is that gonna be a problem? That might be a problem. So there's Braille on here. That's cool. But that might be a problem. So I think I'm gonna, if I put them up here, are they too long? They might just work. Yeah. It does lift up a little bit. I'm gonna cut off. Just a tad. Okay. So I am on vacation, but I have been so busy. Okay, so this is one that is very dark. Let's see if I can see it better if I write on it. A little bit. See if this works. Of course, I can just always make my own sticker, but I was hoping to keep some of the blue color underneath exposed. Okay, that works. I've been very busy, so that's the problem with not releasing my mystery painting video until there's 3 of them, because I have not had a chance to do 3 squares. I've been so busy. So really, I guess I was supposed to work the overtime shift on Saturday, and I got called off, but like I prepped my whole day like I was working, and Then, so Sunday was my first day, and my son called me, and he was like, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm on my way home. And so he came over, and I think I talked about this, and we cooked dinner, and he hung out, and I started that night deep cleaning my house because it needs it so bad. And I started in my bedroom and the master bath, bleaching everything and just cleaning, doing a deep clean, Cloroxing the bathroom, dusting, and laundry, washing all my linens on my bed. So I started that on Sunday. It rolled into Monday. My daughter was coming home on Monday, and I wanted to surprise her. So my initial goal was to have the whole house clean, not for her, but for me. And I was going to have my family over on Tuesday, and I wanted to decorate the outside with this. I got like a yard sign that says 21 and all this stuff for outside, balloons, and I had all these big plans. And Monday I was cleaning, I was still cleaning, and sorry, I'm using the camera to figure out. Actually, can I see them on here? I think I said that. What are these? So I need 17. What is 17? 17 is 3 circles. And then that one is 3, like little triangles. So on Monday, I was running around trying to get the house in order, and she was supposed to land what time was she supposed to land? At like 5 o'clock. So I was anticipating her home at like 8 o'clock. And I went, she wanted a TV for her birthday, so I went out to get stuff for, her family party and TV, and oh my God, I was out shopping on Monday after cleaning for like so long. I was exhausted when I got back, and it was late, and then she texted me her flight was canceled and she was getting on a later flight. So then I decided, you know what, it's really not worth decorating the outside, so I'm just gonna decorate her room and surprise her. Like, I'll pretend I didn't do anything, and then I'll let her come home, open up her room, and be surprised. So then that turned out to be my next plan. So I come home and her room was a little messy from her packing and stuff. So I straightened her room for her, and then I started decorating and decorated her room and continued to clean out here. And then I fell asleep on the couch. I was exhausted. And she did not get home until almost midnight. And she was shocked. Like, she went in her room. She was she said one of the things that was stressing her out was she knew her room was messy. And she knew she was coming home to a messy room. So me straightening it really helped her out a lot. And so the next day, I had to, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you guys were out of focus that whole time. It's because I held that sticker sheet up. The next day, now I gotta see what number 21 is. The sticker sheet. 21 is a check mark. Okay. Check mark. You guys are in focus? Okay. Once I finish this, I think it shouldn't be so tedious. I just need to figure out what order I'm putting these things in. I think this is the last one that I really cannot read. So, the next day, my son's car is still broken down. And that's been really stressing him out because, you know, he works 5 days a week. And he was using his dad's car while his dad was in Florida. But now they're back. So my brother's fixing his car. But he had to order a car part, and it was all the way over an hour away. And he had to work, and he was like, I'm going to go after work to pick it up. And I said, well, why don't I just go for you? I'm off. I can go pick it up for you. And so that's what I did. So yesterday I ran up and picked up this car part. And then we switched the venue of her party from my house to my brother's house because he has 2 small kids, and my son's car was there, and I was taking the car part to him. And, you know, my mom was already over there. I was like, why are we going to make everyone drag everybody over here? My daughter was out shopping. I'm like, she can just swing over. My son works closer to my brother. Like, it just made more sense to just have it at his house. And so it was easier on everyone. And it was, and honestly, it was just going to be easier on me too, because I still hadn't decorated the outside. I still would have had to do that. I would have had to still clean some of the common area because I wasn't finished cleaning. So I just packed up the cakes and everything that I bought and trudged it over there. And again, I was like, by the time I was done everything, it was like 5:30. It was exhausting. So I got home at 8 o'clock and or 8:30 at night, and I passed out and I slept. And then when I got up, I had to do 3 hours. Okay, so there's no B. I'm doing C. I had to do, no, it was, see, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 1:45. 3 hours and 15 minutes of online training for this class that I'm going to for work today. So I'm on vacation, but I have to we have to be ACLS certified to work in the ICU, which means Advanced Cardiac Life Support, ACLS. And every time you get certified, or when you get initially certified, it's a 2-day course. It's 16 hours. When you get recertified, it's a 1-day course. But what they do is they make you do 4 hours, up to 4 hours at home, watching videos and taking tests. And you have to pass this test in order to take the class. And my class is today. So I had to do that last night. The good thing is I get educational pay, so I can put it in. I can put in that I did 4 hours and 15 minutes of education in the computer. A, B, C, D, E, F, which I will absolutely do. E, F. And then today it's a 4-hour hands-on in class. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't want to do it this way. See, I wanted to fill it up because I have 6 extra compartments. Okay, let me start filling what I have down. So, uh-oh, static. Dryer sheet. I don't know why. Kit-ups are never super, super easy, are they? But I still love doing them. So, yeah. I had that class today for 4 hours. So today is not like a do nothing, relax, just chill, and diamond paint day either. Tomorrow, I'm going down to the beach. My girlfriend rented a shore house, and she texts me and she's like, "You're coming to visit me, Ray?" She's like my sister. I have not seen her in a while. Oh yeah, I bought her a bracelet. I need to bring that. I need to remember to bring that. I've had it for like ever now. So tomorrow I'm doing that. So I am gonna go visit her. I haven't seen her in forever. I never got into Bob. And I'll save this for another time. Like, I don't really want to get into the whole story, but Bob is a pancreatic cancer survivor, and it was really recent that we had this diagnosis, and he had a procedure done, and my girlfriend that I'm going to go visit really helped me out so much during that time, like so much. She was working at the hospital that he was at, and she was coming and visiting, and she's like my sister, so I love her to death. And yeah, Bob loves her to death too. Like, she's like family to us. So Bob and I are both going to go visit her, and Yeah, so we're doing that tomorrow, and this shore that we're going to is, the closest shore to me is like 45, the closest Jersey shore is like 45 minutes away, 45 minutes to an hour away, and this one's like one of the furthest ones from me, so it's like almost a 2-hour ride, I think. So it's gonna be an all-day thing, like. So these all have just a little bit of static, nothing crazy, like tossing a little square of dryer sheet in here and bouncing it around a little bit and like just breaking up the static is plenty to get them out and not hop everywhere. So that's all I do. And then you can see they, for the most part, fall to the bottom. And these containers are wide enough where like almost the whole bag's opening fits, which is nice. And then I just leave a dryer sheet in there to continue to break it up. This one doesn't have any. My first one done. Okay. So far these did not require double compartments, and that's why I wanted to do these as I go, because I'm gonna have 6 left over, so anything that needs 2, I'm gonna go ahead and give it 2. That way I don't have to leave anything in baggies. Doesn't look like a lot will need to. So 37, 13, and number 31. So that's why I wanted to keep these kind of in order. Here's 31. I don't think that that's gonna need. Needs a dryer sheet. Bounce that around a little bit. So yeah, so I won't have like a full day of just chill until Friday. So where am I diamond painting wise? I got a lot of the Christmas canvas done. The reason why is because it's something that I can just diamond paint. Like I don't have to, you know, spin a wheel or anything like that. Like, so if I had an hour here or there, I could just throw it down and just diamond paint. So that one is getting done. It has been worked on the past X amount of days, as opposed to the mystery canvas. I got 1 square in my camera, so I have to do 2 more. Number 16. So I have to do 2 more in order to make a video. So I'm certainly going to get at least one of them done tonight after my class. So I'm going to try to do 2, but we'll see what happens. And then let's see. I'm finally going to be able to start this, I think, on Friday. And that's kind of where we're at. Like, I did the untubing. I really wanted to get that out so you guys knew that today is the last day to order the tubes, August 10th, or place an order and get a tube with your canvas from Craftably. So I wanted to get that up and running. This is number 13, yes. I need number 38. Makes it so much easier when there's no static. So that video happened. I've been meaning to do this video, obviously. So yeah, after mystery painting video probably won't be up until tomorrow. And again, I won't have any diamond painting time until tomorrow night because of going down the shore and all that. So that is where I'm at. A, B, C, D, E, F. Aha. I started with that one. F is 28. How many? 28. These containers hold a lot too. So happy with these containers so far. See how it is to diamond paint with them. So today, the oven repair guy is coming. I still don't know if I have a warranty. Crazy that we don't know that. It's still kind of stupid. E, F, G. No, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. No G, we got an H. But finally gonna have an oven back. We've been waiting for the part. So he'll be here today to fix that. And Bob worked last night. So he is sleeping right now. The guy's supposed to come between 10 and 1, and I have my class at 1. So at what time? I'm gonna be out of here by, I have to drop my mom off somewhere, so I told her I'm gonna pick her up between 11:30 and 12, because where I have to drop her off is my brother's house. It's actually very close to the class, so it'll take me like 5 minutes to get to my class after dropping her off. My class is at 1, so I'm probably gonna pick her up at 12. Run her over to my brother's, then go to my class. I'll be there a little early. And then after that, I do have to go to the gym. I could have gone before, but I didn't want to be feeling like I'm pressed for time or rushing. So I figured I'd do this video and then I'll go after my class. And then I'll come home. H-I. Let's see, is there an I? Yes. And then I'm in for the day. And then all weekend, I have just chill time. So I don't go back to work until next Thursday. So it's all good. Even though the front end of my vacation has been crazy and busy, I still have plenty of days where I'll be able to relax. You hear my dog? J. I don't think there's a J. There's no J, but there's a K and there's an L. K. All right, number 33. A little bit of static. So honestly, this is the best way I feel like dealing with static, is to just bounce a small square of dryer sheet in your bag. Leave a little air in there so you can really just bounce it around. Try to get it along the sides of the bag so that you break up the static on the bag. Push it around a little bit. You don't have to be super aggressive. You just want to break that static up. And the more drills and the more static, the bigger the square I give it. Like this might have needed a bigger square than I gave it. I try to give it as small of a square as I can. And just dump them in. They don't bounce around. They're not like crazy anymore. They'll still have a little bit of static, so I leave the dryer sheet in there. And then we have an L, and I always put the L, I always put the upside down L right next to it. If there's a, like the lowercase a, I put A and then lowercase a next to it. If you see that, A and lowercase a. And I'll put L and then the upside down L next to it. And same thing with T. If there's an upside down T, it goes next to it. So I immediately know there's static in this one. This has a lot of drills, so I'm giving it a bigger piece, but you see how they're stuck to the sides up there? So just throw that in there. Close it up, try to leave some air in there so I can shape it around. And you already see that they already fell. Try to get the dryer sheet to all different corners of the bag. Just trying to work it down to this corner of the bag. That's it. So now we need upside down L. So how's everybody else's week going? And my daughter's only home until today. She's heading down the shore and for I don't know how many days, X amount of days. Her boyfriend's family's down there. So she'll be down there with them. And Bob has a few days off this week. Yeah, so we'll probably, one thing I do want to do is go and try to get some flooring ordered. So we'll go look into that. Some painters. I probably should do that first. O-M. So there's no M, but there is an N. Oops. So we're getting to the symbol soon. M, N, and there is an O. So 902. Oh, I've been watching 90210. Honestly, I don't remember them being so, they really try to touch in on like a lot of teenage issues, and I didn't realize, like almost like a after school special. I didn't realize every episode was like that. Like they talked about date rape, drinking and driving. I don't remember the show being like that, but obviously it is. Okay, so this is going to be a double container. Yeah, they touch on a lot of issues that teenagers face. I don't remember it being like that. The acting is like not very good in it. And I don't remember that either. I have to say, out of all of them so far, I mean, Dawson's Creek was good up until it wasn't. Up until, I don't know, the writers just went stupid. I think up until season 3. Season 3 was like the last good season. And then it just went, I don't know where it went. But Felicity so far, I think, was the best out of them. 90210, the acting was like really bad, I think. And so far it's kind of corny. I mean, I guess it's good that it's trying to teach, you know, it touches on all these topics, but it really does feel like, it doesn't feel like a nighttime drama. It feels like an after-school special, which is not what I remember. MNO. I'm trying to think what is going to be next on my walk down memory lane. Oh. Did I really just do that? Yes. skip this one because it's the same color. So 49. Where's 49? So I do it by symbols and not by number, because then I know, I learn them very quickly. Like I know the first, I don't have to search. I don't have to like look for the symbol, and I don't have to look at the legend. I just, if I see A, I know I have an idea of where the letters are. I know that the first strip is all numbers, so if it's a number, I go right to the first strip. Like, it's just easier to remember where things are. So that's why I do it like this. Which is also why I don't care if 1 is 1 and 2 is 2. Because it doesn't really matter. This number doesn't matter except for the kiddo. It's helping me find bags. So I either should have this is the other way. This is, so I should have shaken that dryer sheet in there a little longer, but I was being impatient, and there's too many in the container. See how what to like keep shaking and shaking. So I just rubbed a dryer sheet inside the bag. Static doesn't have to ruin the kit up, for sure. Okay, so OP. Is there a P? Is there a P in the house? OPQ. Yep, there is a P. We're almost done the first side. P is number 34. Let's see how big of a bag 34 is. It's right here. It's not bad. A little bit of static. I'll go ahead and grab that dryer sheet. We have one cut. Shake it all around. All right, I still have a few more. So I'm going to talk about my club days. Your girl was wild. Seriously, like, so the first time I ever went to a club, I was 18 or 19 years old. And my girlfriend at the time was much older than I was. So she had an ID. She was in her 20s. And this is back in the day when they would stamp your hand. Like they would just, you just had to know, they would just use a different stamp with a different like cartoon or something on it. And so she's like, she takes me to a club that she knows stamps the hand. And we're in the parking lot and we see this drunk guy and she's like, hey, did you get your hand stamped? And he's like, yeah. He walks over and she's like, can I see it? And he's like, yeah. He walks over and he shows us his hand, and it was a Playboy bunny, just like the Playboy bunny insignia. And she's like, he's like, you want me to draw it on you? And she's like, no, draw it on my friend. So he drew the Playboy bunny on my hand. It was like just the bunny with the ears, and then it had a tail on the bottom. And he did it perfectly. I mean, it literally looked just like the stamp. And she's like, okay, now lick your finger and rub it off a little bit. you know, to make it look real so it doesn't look like an ink pen. So that's what I did, and I smeared it just a little bit so you could definitely see what it was. And yeah, so then he's like, he's like, you want me to draw it on you too so you can save on the cover? And she's like, sure. So hers was all busted up. She's like, the hell is that? Luckily he put the good one on me because she had a driver's license. PQ, okay, OPQRS So there's a T, and then I'm going to put this upside down T next to it. I don't know if you can see that. So she just smudged hers off. She's like, this is not going to work. So she smudged hers off, and so she's like, just go up to them and show them your hand and don't say anything. So that's what I did. I just walked up and I just held out my hand, and he was like, you're good. And I got in my first club. And yeah, I had a little too much to drink that night, but we had a lot of fun. And that was the start of my club days. And it was all downhill from there. So back in the day, you know, you can't do this stuff anymore. Like, but back then, I was getting into clubs with like, so my one girlfriend at the time, she and I went to the DMV, and because this is back when you didn't have to have a picture on your ID. Yeah, those days actually existed, right? So we go, and she gets a copy of her driver's license, a non-photo driver's license. And then we go to BJ's and we get a BJ's card under her name, and I take the picture. And yeah, I was getting into clubs with that, with her. So she's using her real ID, I'm using her fake ID. And I'm very tall for a woman, especially an Asian woman. I'm like 5'8", 5'9", and her driver's license said I was 5'2". It said I had hazel eyes, and I have brown eyes. And yeah, I was getting into clubs. They would look at it. They would ask me my birth date, and they would let me in. I would show them my BJ's backup. My backup ID was my BJ's card. And it was all over after that. So I was going out dancing every night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and rested up on Sunday. I just went to the regular bar. STU. So there's no regular U, but there's an upside down U. So I'm going to put that one. I'm going to put that upside down U. Yeah, I had a club for every night. Like, we went to one club every Monday, one club every Tuesday, one club. It was crazy. And so we got to know all the bouncers. I mean, this is all when I was under 21. All the bouncers knew us. And yeah, even sometimes the club owners. Even the police officers that would sit out in front of the clubs knew us. They didn't know how old I was. They never asked for my ID. I mean, they just assumed that I was 21. But they would talk to us before we'd go into the club. They would talk to us after we came out of the club. It was hilarious. I mean, like, they would pull us over and like talk to us and be like, oh, where are you girls tonight? Yeah, you guys heading to the diner? Like, and I was like 20 years old. It was so funny. Those were the days, guys. You can't do that anymore. No. And one time, so I got so comfortable going out and like just because I knew everyone. What? There's the sticker. There's the drills. Like, stop. So I even stopped bringing my fake ID. Like, I stopped bringing it. And so one night we go to one of our favorite clubs, and they were checking. The police were standing there watching the bouncers check IDs outside. There was a line, and everybody was in line to have their ID checked, and the police officers were standing there watching and looking at the IDs. So we're pulling up and we see this, and my girlfriend looks at me and she's like, did you bring your ID? And I was like, no. I was like, when's the last time we got carded here? No, because we knew everyone. And she's like, great. There goes our, I think the club was called Escape. There goes our escape nights. And, but this was a club where we knew the owner. The owner, like, had a crush on me. So she's like, just tell him you forgot it. We were hoping that because we knew everyone, we would still get in. And so we get in line, and we're standing there, and the owner comes to the front door, and he's looking out of the glass door at the line. And my girlfriend, she was so funny. She looked at him, and she just like threw her hands in the air, like, are you really? And he looks, and he like shrugs his shoulders, like, what? And she's like, you're gonna make us wait in this line? Are you serious? She's screaming this. And he opens the door and he's like, come on in, girls. And he takes us to the bar and buys us a drink. And I was like 20. The police didn't say anything. I guess they figured if he knew us that, we were like friends of the owner, and he knew we were old enough. Yeah, that's how much we went out. We knew everybody. So those were the days. I just loved to dance. I loved dancing and drinking. My excessiveness, like with diamond painting and like buying all these diamond paintings, it started back then. So I couldn't just dance one night a week. No, I had to dance 6 nights a week. So that's just my personality. And I don't know if you guys, one night I got locked out. I actually moved out of my house when I was like 18, and was like, first I moved in with a girlfriend, and then my other girlfriend needed a roommate because her other roommate left and she couldn't afford the apartment alone. So then I moved in with her, and I was helping her with the rent. And when I moved in with her, I got locked out one night, and we lived on the 2nd floor, and I don't even know how I did it. I was so drunk. I climbed up that balcony and got in that house, in that apartment. My girlfriend and I talked about that for years. I don't even know where I found the upper arm strength to pull my body up there, but I was in a mini dress. My heels were long and my skirts were short. I always wore like 5-inch heels, 4-inch heels. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Those were the days, guys. I had a lot of fun. All right, wait, so VWX, so there's no W, but there is an X. And then we were actually going around seeing like bands, local bands, and we went and saw, they became famous, Fuel. So we actually, the first time we saw them, it was so funny. We pull into the into the parking lot, and we see they have Fuel, like, as the featured band. And my girlfriend and I were like, Fuel? And we never heard of them. They're from Pennsylvania, like not close to us either. I mean, like, I don't know, hours away. I remember them telling us that they were from, like, it began with an H, like Hershey, where Hershey Park is, or Horsham, or Harrisburg, or something like that. I don't know, but all those places are far. And so they weren't very popular in our area at the time. I don't know if they, like, how many times they played in our area, but, you know, we weren't familiar. My girlfriend and I were not familiar with them. So we pull in and we're like, Fuel. And she's like, I hope they're good. Because we had our favorite local bands. Mr. Green Jeans, Fuzzy Bunny Slippers, LeCompte. We had our favorite bands. And we never heard of this band. So we go in and they're playing. And the bass player kept looking at us. And she's like, I think the bass player likes you. And I was like, I don't think so. So when the first set was over and they took a break, he comes running off the stage, and he, like, comes out and he introduces himself to us. His name was Jeff. And he's like, oh, can I buy you girls a drink? And so he takes us to the bar, and I can't remember, I might have been of age at this point. I honestly cannot remember. I might have been 21. I think I was 21 at this point, or I was 20. And so he takes us to the bar, he gets us a shot and a beer, and he's talking to us, and yeah, he, like, liked me. And, you know, he's like, yeah, you know, we're like getting signed by a record company, and big things are happening for us, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just thinking, yeah. And, you know, then they had to go back on, and he was like, are you girls going to be around, and blah, this and that. And I'm like, we're like, yeah, we're not going anywhere. Like, we always close the club, and then we would go out to eat after. So he went back on, and then after the second set, he came over, and he gave me some phone number. He asked me for my number, and then he gave me a phone number, and he was like, I don't have a phone, you know, we're broke, but this is the number of a I want to say, like, of a music store, like a guitar shop or something. He's like, the guy there is my good friend, and if you leave a message with him, he'll make sure it gets to me. I'm just like, okay, this is weird. And I did, and he's like, tomorrow we're playing at Maui, which was like a really popular club in the city. And he's he says, you know, I really want you to go, and I'll put your name at the door. You'll get in for free. You'll get free drinks, this and that. You know, will you come? And he's like, I'll put you and your girlfriend's name there. And so I tell him that we would. And then the next day, the next night, he actually called and he talked to my brother. And I told my brother I was going to go to Maui. And so he called and my brother's like, no, she's not here. And he's like, oh, he's like, yeah, I invited her to this club Maui. He's like, if you want to go, I'll put your name at the door too. And he's like, oh yeah, that's where she said she's going. So he's like, oh, cool. All right, cool. Thanks, man. And we ended up not going. I was like, it was just in the city. We don't do the city really. You know, we already have, we always went to the same club the next day. So we just decided that we weren't going to go. And so we didn't go. And so now I just have symbols and I'm just trying to see. So I think I'm just going to do like the first symbols I'm going to do are like squares, like squares. So he never called again. And then we go to the place where we saw the band the first time when we drive in on a Thursday night, and they're up on, it says that they're there again. And my girlfriend looks at me, she's like, I wonder if he'll remember you. And we start laughing. So we go in and, you know, they're playing, and we go in the crowd, and he sees me. And you know, he's playing guitar, so like his hands are like, you know. And so after when they go on their first break, he points to me and he's like, stay right there. And my girlfriend starts cracking up, and he comes down and he's like, oh my God, I was hoping I'd see you again, blah, blah, blah. You never showed up to Maui. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. We got done work late. And, you know, we just didn't feel like driving to the city. We wouldn't have gotten there until like midnight. 'Cause I was a waitress at the time. So like I would get done work late, you know. And then I would have to change and shower and do all the girl things. So he takes us to the bar, he buys us a drink again, and this time they had a stand that had like, they were selling merchandise, like their, what is it called? What is that record called? Isn't it an LP or something like that? Like their demo record? I don't know, because they had it produced with that record company or whatever. And so they were selling copies of that. They had posters hanging on the walls. They were selling posters and hats. I remember the bouncer, his nickname was House because he was huge. He was wearing one of their hats. So they were selling like all this merchandise, t-shirts and stuff. And he takes us behind the stand and he starts like running the stand. And he's like, here, and he takes a poster off the wall and he signs it, and he's like, hold on, I'm gonna go get my bandmates to sign this for you. And they all sign it, and I'm like, you know, thanks. And then he takes another one off the wall and he was like, here, I'll give you one too. And so he signs it, and then he goes and he has all the band members sign my girlfriend's. And then he gives me an LP or a copy of the CD, which I don't know where the poster is, and that got smashed by my ex-husband out of jealousy. Stupid. So yeah, he gives me a copy of their whatever, and then a girl comes over because he was taking posters off the wall, and she's like, "Can I have one of those?" And he was like, "Yeah, but I have to charge you $10." And she's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, no problem." I felt bad, but then he went back on stage, and then he came back down, and he, you know, whatever. Said, "Oh, I want to see you again, this and that." And I told him, I was like, "Listen, I'm not a groupie." And he's like, "No, I know you're not. That's why I like you." And I was like, I'm not gonna be following a band around, or like, I don't do that. And honestly, last time I seen him or heard from him or anything, and like a month later, my girlfriend and I are driving down the road, and what do we hear on the radio? Fuel. And their song Shimmer. She looked at me and she was like, "Holy shit." And then the DJ's like, they're on tour with Metallica. I was like, oh my God. It's so funny. She's like, "You should have called him." I'm like, no, I'm good. I don't want that lifestyle. Gotta worry about my man all the time. No, thank you. In a different city, he probably had a girl like me in every city. Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. We were surprised to hear them on the radio. So that was one of the crazy, yeah, we had a lot of crazy. I had a friend who I grew up with, and we called him the one-hit wonder, because anytime he got into a fight, he would like literally out cold knock the person out with like one punch. And he called me up one night and he's like, "Kim, have you talked to any of your cop friends?" Because like I said, I was friends with all the cops. And I was actually home that night. It was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was already home. And I was like, "No, why?" And he's like, he tells me this story about how he went into a club and he accidentally bumped into somebody, and he said sorry, and the guy like wouldn't leave him alone, kept following him around and like bumping into him, and you know, and he kept telling the dude, he was like I'm sorry, like it was an accident, like, you know, back off. And the guy just wouldn't let it go. So finally he was like, "All right, you want to go outside?" And he said the bouncers were all like, because he was known in the clubs too. So he said the bouncers were all aware. They all saw this guy harassing him, and so they knew they were going out to fight. They didn't stop it. Like, they were just like, you know, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. And so he went outside, the guy, and he did his thing. He hit the guy one time. The guy just fell over, but he like fell down, like he like almost face planted into the concrete because he got knocked out cold. And the bouncers told him, just go, just get out of here, like, because someone called the police, obviously. And so he went home, and he was like so freaked out that like the guy like really got hurt. He was like terrified that, you know, something happened to him, and he ended up in the hospital. And he was like, you know, I didn't want to like fight. He would not leave me alone. He was like harassing me like the whole time and stuff. And so he wanted to know if I heard anything like someone got assaulted or was even killed at a club tonight. And I was like, no, I haven't heard anything. So I called my girlfriend, and she called one of our cop friends, and he said he didn't hear anything. Nothing ever came of it, so the guy ended up being fine. He just got his ass handed to him because he didn't know how to behave. But yeah, the club days, man. I'm so glad my kids never went through that, because I would be terrified. Those were not smart days for me. Not the most intelligent. Not the most intelligent decisions were happening. But lots of good memories. Had a lot of fun. You know, I knew all the bartenders. They would hold my purse in the back. We tipped really well. We tipped like $1 a beer. It was ridiculous. So, yeah, we would go wherever the party was. We would go down to the shore. If there was a party down the shore, we would do it all. And all that stuff. It was only for a few years, if I think about it. Well, I guess I started like 18 or 19, and then I had my first kid when I was 23, so I was pregnant at 22, right? Yeah. No, I was pregnant. I was pregnant. Yeah, I was pregnant at 22. So it wasn't like I was, you know. Well, then I did move to California for 8 months, and that was fun as hell too. Although I was like kind of distraught because I missed my family. My dad, he missed me so much. He would call me and say stuff like, "Oh, you know, my health isn't good," and like stress me out because he wanted me to move back home. So I only lasted out there for 8 months, but those 8 months, man, I found the beaches that you could drink at. We would go, not drink, we didn't drink before work, but we would go to the beach before work and like go grab a hoagie and then go to the beach and just hang out and lay out and eat lunch on the beach and then go home, shower, and go to work. I mean, it was awesome. I mean, I honestly, that beach life, I loved it. Every day I woke up, I'm like, let's go. We would go to the beach. I lived with, I moved into a townhome with 2 other girls. And, yeah, we had fun. But, and then there was Mission Beach. It was in San Diego where you could drink. So we would go there on the weekends with a cooler, and yeah, we had so much fun. We would just bar hop. We would walk along. I mean, the weather there is so awesome. And we would just walk along Mission Beach or Pacific Beach or Ocean Beach and walk from bar to bar. And it's popular here now, but New Jersey, we serve our buffalo wings. We used to serve them strictly with blue cheese back in the day, but now it's popular to get them with ranch. But in California, they always serve them with ranch, which I thought was weird because I wasn't used to that at the time. But like, you couldn't get really good buffalo wings out there. I don't know I can't remember what I didn't like about them, but they didn't do them right. And So I was always in search of a good buffalo wing, and we would go, every time we go to the bar, I would like order buffalo wings and tell her if they were okay or horrible. And so we went to this bar, and we were sitting outside, and we ordered a pitcher of beer, and she's like, are you gonna try the buffalo wings here? And I was like, you know what, I'll give them a shot. So I ordered the buffalo wings, and they came out with blue cheese dressing. And I took a bite, and I was like, oh my God, these are so good. I'm like, these are the real deal. I'm like, you gotta try it. So she tried it, and she said, yeah, they were good. And so the waiter came over and asked how everything was, and she's like, you made my friend's day. Like, she's been looking for good wings. She's from the East Coast. And she said, our wings suck out here. And the waiter looks at me, and he was like, oh yeah, where are you from? And I said, New Jersey. And he's like, that's funny, because our chef's from New Jersey. And I was like, what? And I looked at my friend, I was like, I told you there was a certain type of wing. My friend was so shocked. She thought I was just talking smack. So the chef came out, and he was like, I heard you're from Jersey. And I was like, oh my God, your wings are saving my life right now. Like, seriously saving my life. Now I know where I can go when I need a good wing fix. And he's like, yeah, they suck out here. I was like, she didn't believe me, but now she knows. So, this is taking a long time, isn't it? Kiddos take a long time. Okay, so I'm going to save all the arrows to go together. So there's 1, 2, 3 arrows. And then I'm going to do the black is going to need 2, so I'll do 1 over here. I'm going to do the star. I'll do star, and then I'll do 310. I can't believe how much these hold. These hold a decent amount. Do the 310. Whoops. Yeah, so those were my club days, my drinking party days. Lots of fun. Got it out of my system early. Now I don't drink. Well, so, and Bob and I don't drink at all, obviously, with the pancreatic cancer. And it's just easier, you know, no one drinks, so. I feel bad though, I didn't have a drink with my daughter, but I will. I'm just I will have a drink with her eventually. I mean, she didn't really want to drink either, so. All right, we're gonna do arrows. She's not a big drinker. Thank God. If she was like me, I would need anxiety meds. I really would. Luckily, my mom didn't know like half the things. My mom was busy working. She didn't know what I was doing. That needs. So, maybe that's why I'm so calm. Like I tell people, I'm boring. Like I don't go anywhere or do anything. I go to the gym, I diamond paint, I go to the market, but I love my life. Like I love this. I love it. I love making my videos. I love sharing my things with you guys. I love what I do. Like I'm very happy, you know. And maybe that's why, because I got it all out of my system. Seven. Tarot. So I don't know. Were any of you guys partiers? My dad, he was growing up, he was a troublemaker. Like he gave my grandmom all of her gray hair, and he would tell me stories of when he was a kid. I'll tell them one day, because that's probably a good thing for another another chat. And so he was very social and like a huge partier, and got in trouble a lot. Now, I didn't get in trouble. I just partied a lot. So he got a kick out of it. Like he felt like I was like a young version of him, you know, a young female version of him when he was growing up. So like he just got a kick out of me having fun and partying. Like he was like a huge supporter of have a good time, live your life, like enjoy being young. Like I remember one time I went down the beach and I hit a pole backing out, and I knocked one of the headlamps like off. It was hanging by a wire, and it was his car, and I drove it home. I didn't say anything, and then when we came out, he saw it, and it's just hanging there by a wire on the side of the car. And I was like, yeah, I hit a pole when I was down the beach. And he looked at me and he was just like, ha 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 ha. He starts laughing, and I was like, you're not mad? And he's like, no, that's what you're supposed to be doing. Going down to the beach and doing stupid shit. I was like, really? I'm like, okay, well, I can do a lot more stupid shit. I can make sure that happens, Dad. No, he got a kick out of it. He's like, yeah, it's just a car. No big deal. I'll get it fixed. He didn't care. He just liked the fact that I was having fun and living life. Like, that's what he thought was important. And I think he was so cool for that. And so I kind of like felt like that with, like, I don't give my kids a hard time. Like, I didn't give my kids a hard time, like, because I remember that, and I appreciated that he wanted me to, like, enjoy life and live life to the fullest and stuff. And so I really feel like that's important. So, yeah. That cracked me up, though. I can't believe how long kit ups take. I was hoping to, like, kit this up and then, like, start a mystery square, but that's not gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna hit this up. I'm almost done. And then I'm gonna have to shower and get ready to go to this class. It's been like over 100 degrees out too. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I've had half a cup of coffee, and I've been up since 8. So, let's see here. So, all of these are just random whatevers. These are just random symbols, so. My son said that I was kind of a helicopter mom, but I really wasn't. Like, I let him go out and stuff, but like he would not do basic things like text or call me, so like I needed proof of life, like. And so then I would have to drive around and like bang on his friends' doors and find him. You know, I mean, I did have my limits. I needed to know that they were still like okay. But I did try to give them freedoms, you know. Wow, there's plenty of space for all of these drills. So really loving this so far, really loving this. They feel so secure. And so all of these are just, they're gonna fit into one. I'll put that one last just in case I need to squeeze it in two. But the other two, no problem. And then we're done. I just want to put it all together and show you guys how it looks. So the thing that slows me down the most is the static. Like having to do this extra step here of even just like closing the bag and smushing it around. I mean, it works super well, and we're doing that, 50 times. Definitely added a lot of time. I do see like bits of trash in these a lot. Like these two are, I've left a lot in these bags. Let's see. Put a little piece in here. I think it would all fit in the one container. But I have 4 extras, so why push it? It is a lot. Where did that go now? Here it is. All done, guys. Okay, let's put it together. So I don't know why. I'm just throwing things. It's like, we're done. Okay. I don't know why, but I always look down and then up and not up and then down. I can, you know, that's the nice thing about this, so you can rearrange it. I'm going to go like this, 1, 2, 3 at the top. I'll go like this. Whoops, sorry. Sorry. X, Y. And then yeah. See, I did hear that. That the corners of your, that's why I was hoping to put them on those tabs so that these stickers would stay down. And there we have it. I love it. I love it so far. Let's see how it is actually doing the diamond painting. And that's a wrap, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you don't think I'm crazy now. But we all have a youth to talk about, don't we? And yeah, I'm very chill and calm now. You guys can see that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the way out. And if you aren't a part of this family and you want to be a part of this family, go ahead and click that subscribe button there. We're going to be doing this painting next, alongside my mystery painting, which hopefully is going to be wrapping up in the next week or so. Christmas painting is definitely going to be on the wraps in a couple days. That is for sure. And yeah, I think that's it. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to Xerox this for one of my journals. So I'll have to Xerox this. I like to keep the legend in a journal. But that is that. I also am planning to do a new series, since I don't have the Diamond Painting Deutschland, of what I'm going to call my weekly wrap-up. And in it, I will talk about all of the things I did that week as far as diamond painting and crafting go. So you'll be able to see this canvas every week, and the only canvas that I won't be pulling out would be definitely the mystery painting, because you could always see that on the last episode of the mystery painting. So that should be coming. I wanted to do it last week, start it last week, but I told you how crazy my schedule has been, so that just wasn't happening. So again, it'll be like the Diamond Painting Deutschland, either Sundays or Mondays. All right, guys. That's all I have for you today. You guys take care and keep diamond painting.